This pre-season tour here of the States is brought to you by Oxford Natural and Gowan Louth, your friends.
Oxford Natural.
And I tell you what,
yes,
they are not playing about, you are not playing about.
No.
You can scan the QR code on the screen to get 70% off.
Do it now. I'm optimized.
Yes, people, what's going on? Welcome back to another Flex's View, man. And it's been breaking news in the last, let's say last hour, really. Because we're on a different time scale, yeah? But in the last hour, ORNSTEIN BOMBA, yeah? ORNSTEIN BOMBA in terms of an update of who we have chosen as the preference for our next number 9. And it is Benjamin Sesko. Shout out, Owen. It's Benjamin Sesko. Yes, that's according to, not Fabrizio Romano, David Ornstein, Ben Jacobs, Yano Gafiotov, shout out to him. He came through right at the top of the morning for me about this news. But David Ornstein, 35 minutes ago, says Manchester United prioritizing Benjamin Sesko if the striker is signed this summer. 22-year-old now the preferred option for Man United, plus informal contact made with Leipzig as well. Slovenia International also remains top target for Newcastle United as the pursuit continues for him. And Ben Jacobs has also said, exclusive, he said Man United open formal talks for Benjamin Sesko after sending a secret delegation to Germany. So a little bit of added oomph, a little bit added information from Ben Jacobs. He says Christopher Vell is driving this, which is not a surprise with his Red Bull links. Ruben Amorim put forward Ollie Watkins. That bit's interesting. I want to talk about that. And he also says that Newcastle United remain in the race, both hoping that the price will drop to 70 million. And also, I think it was Craig Hope from the Mail. He was saying that there's a feeling that Benjamin Sesko will choose Manchester United over Newcastle United. And my good friend Florentine, yeah, Florentine Plettenberg. Shout out Florian Plettenberg. If you know, you know. He says there's always been a feeling that Benjamin Sesko would choose Man United over all other current options. Christopher Ravel is very eager to bring Sesko in. So he had his say on that. And listen, it's looking like we've made our choice. We've made our choice. Whether we get him or not, we'll wait to see. But we've made our choice that we are prioritizing Benjamin Sesko over Ollie Watkins. And that's a big statement, especially the bit that says Ruben Amorim put forward Ollie Watkins. Now, that's not to say and start conspiracies that, you know, Ruben had absolutely no say in this. He's just been overruled. Put forward means added to the list, okay? We know that that's what's been happening. And actually, if you look at Ollie Watkins, aside from what my opinion is, you don't know that he was my preferred option. He goes against what Ineos are actually trying to do, which is sign older players. He wouldn't have been on anywhere near what Casemiro was on, but they want players who to be the next. When Sir Jim's sitting in them interviews with the BBC, whoever it was, however many months ago, saying, you know what we need? We need to find the next Mbappe. We need to find the next Jude Bellingham. We need to find the next Vinicius Jr., etc., etc. This is more in line with that. 22 years of age. Obviously, he's one for the future. He's been highly talked about, and he's an exciting project with a high ceiling. Me personally, I'm still not 100% in on it in terms of if it was my preference. I know a lot of people disagree with me on that. Loads of you have still said, listen, signing a 29-year-old, he'll be actually 30 by the time we sign Ollie Watkins, is not what we need to be doing. By the time he's 32, he's finished, and you can't shift him. I saw that differently. I saw it as tried and tested, knows the league like the back of his hand, consistent goal scorer. To add to the two that are following suit with the type of strategy we're trying to have, which is Premier League proven. Look at Cunha, look at Mbumo. Ollie Watkins literally would have been the icing on the cake, or the cherry on top, should I say, in my mind, especially with what I've been hearing here on the ground, is that Ollie Watkins could be available for like 45 million. It might not actually be the 60 that I was thinking it was. This is all, you know, conversations that you have and stuff. But for me, if there's an opportunity to get Ollie Watkins for 45 million, you do that. You do that. But listen, the choice has been made though. So Ollie Watkins, it isn't that. I just think that we might have missed a trick there. If we get Sesko, I'm going to support him. I'm going to back him. I think the difference, what we shouldn't do with Benjamin Sesko, and this is in support of him, because I want to give both sides of this. What we shouldn't do with Benjamin Sesko is just only equate it to the Rasmus thing. You know what I'm saying? I get the similarities in terms of a young player coming in, pressure, doesn't know the league, so you have to be patient. There is that. But what we shouldn't do is let's not miss the fact that Benjamin Sesko is better than Rasmus Højlund. And I don't mean better than him now. I mean the hype and the talk around him and the body of work that's been done on their way into Manchester United. When we'd signed Rasmus Højlund, he was nowhere near the level and nowhere near being spoken about and nowhere near the body of work that Benjamin Sesko has put in the few seasons at Leipzig. You know, and if you look at Benjamin Sesko in terms of caliber, yes, of course, there will be that youth and there will be that lack of experience in the Premier League. But this is a player who, you know, has been highly tipped to go to clubs the last 2 to 3 years. People have been onto him. One of them including us. Last year, Arsenal tried to sign him. He decided to stay for his development and stay at Leipzig and sign a new contract and go again. This summer, it was Gyökeres Sesko. Arsenal deemed this Sesko deal too high. Now, like, we have to remember that bit that Ben Jacobs says, that there's a hope that the price will come down to 70 million euros, which is more like a, what's that, more like a 50? What's that? I should just remember these, you know. Euros, there you go. Euros, euro to pounds. There you go. No, not it's in United States dollars because it's got my location. Right, hold on. To GB. We want that to pounds, brother. Pounds. Great British pounds. That's what we need. Where's the United Kingdom currency? What on with this thing? Euro to Great British pounds. There you go. All right. So 70 million euros is 60 million pounds. There you go. It took me ages to get there, but we got there in the end. It is 60 million pounds. 60 million, like I said, was probably always going to be what I thought we'd have to get Sesko for. If they want 60, that can be made up in add-ons as well. So maybe it could be, if they are asking for 70 million euros, they're not going to ask for it up front, etc. There's always going to be add-ons included, like there are in any deal. Maybe we can get him for like a 50 plus 10 or a 55 plus 6 add-ons or something like that to make up that 60. So again, I don't mind that. But when Arsenal were negotiating, it was looking like 100 million euros, 90 million euros. So like they said, we do need that fee to come down. But listen, I'm not going to lie. I do have some reservations, man. Like, he looks good. He looks powerful. He looks like a physical specimen. Yeah, his shot power is really hot. I get that, but I don't know. I would have preferred Ollie Watkins. I'm not going to lie. And I know a lot of you disagree with me on that. But for me, it is all about just getting a striker. We have to make sure we do it, and we are doing it. And at least we're moving quickly for it as well. And also to counteract his lack of Premier League experience, to see the Sesko side more, because I'm not totally against it. It's just not my first choice. You're counterbalancing his lack of experience by signing 2 Premier League proven central 10s in Cunha and in Mbeumo. That for me counterbalances or counteracts the fact that Sesko has inexperience, and that I don't mind too much. If it was just Sesko by himself and then a younger player, again, I don't know, a Xavi Simons as a 10 or something like that, and then all of a sudden it's a bag of inexperienced man who haven't played in the league before, it's, oh shit, here we go again kind of vibe. But with this situation, I do see that as a positive, that you've got in behind Sesko, if he comes here, you have 2 experienced players, obviously, as well as Bruno, as well as Ahmad, etc., that can add to helping him and take the goal scoring burden off of him, is the thinking. Whether it transpires like that at Man United, we don't know. And as for Newcastle, I was saying to KG earlier, yeah, I'm not going to lie. You see Newcastle, yeah? I can feel another monumental L coming their way, bro. I can feel it. I'm almost certain, listen, I'm not even banging the drum for Benjamin Sesko like that, but I'm almost certain with a choice between us two, he's choosing Man United. Yeah, Jan Fjortov has said that. Craig Hope has said that. There's a feeling. Sorry. So Matty Renton and them, man, yeah, it's just levels. You're in the Champions League. Man still don't want to go there. You're about to lose Isak as well. They got a verbal agreement with Liverpool. He's got, apparently, according to reports. So listen, Newcastle United, been told by many of their fans there's only one United, but you're going bam for bam with everyone and you're losing, mate. So we shall see. Newcastle United, very good project, very good team. And even the starting 11 right now, as it is a very good team. Still don't want to buck up on them at St. James's, but what a frustrating window for them. But as the great man Andy Tate once said, don't care anymore. Don't care Don't care what Newcastle United are doing. It was just something I picked up on the way, and I was like, actually, this is another one they're going to miss out. Eddie Howe's going to be fuming. But that's a side note. That's probably more for the football facts. Anyway, smash the like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. At the time of recording this, KG's probably live as well. So make sure you head over to KG Reckless Sports. Check out the delegates, yeah? Because I'm on the delegates set. I might press bare buttons and mash up the thing before he comes on here with the recklessness, yeah? Laters, I'm out of here, guys. Peace.